Hey guys, Mike, your host of Craft Beer Storm. How are you on this Wednesday? Have you visited your local brewery this week? You should get out there. Make plans for this weekend. But it's Wednesday. That means we have another beer style for you. We go down the Great American Beer Festival list and we pick a different style every week. There's over 100 different styles and there's subcategories as well. And there's little nuances between beers, but they have separate categories. This week is Contemporary Gose, which is a popular beer. A lot of people like it. Before we get into it, first, hey, have you gone on iTunes? Give us a rating and a review. Have you subscribed? You get these things downloaded automatically if you subscribe. And that just helps us get up in the rankings. I mean, that's what we need. You know, a lot more people are noticing us. We're getting on lists. So they are noticing that we are here, but we need your help to get up in the rankings. And there's some like podcasts that are out there. I don't know. They haven't done anything like since 2015 and they're still ranking. I don't get it. I don't understand. I do 3 of these a week, right? People do like once a quarter. I mean, give me a break. So that's why I did it. And we do different things. We have great guests on. We bring you different styles every week. And we talk about the news, the craft beer news on Fridays. But hey, subscribe, give us a rating, review. That'd be awesome. Just click on those 5 stars. Everything will be okay. Okay, so let's get into the Contemporary Gose, which is a popular beer. Color is usually straw to medium amber and can take on the color of added fruits or other ingredients such as darker malts. And usually this is a beer and fruit is usually added to this beer in the Gose. Clarity is clear to hazy, and the haze may or may not result from the yeast. Perceived malt aroma and flavor. Malt aroma and flavor is not present to very low, and also perceived hop aroma and flavor is very low to low. And the perceived bitterness is not present to medium. So it doesn't really rely on the malt or the hops. And even the body is low to medium low. But what is in here, and it gives it this character, is Brettanomyces. They call it Brett. And got a lot of notes for you. Additional notes, horsey, leathery, or earthy aromas contributed by Brettanomyces. Yeasts may be present, but at low levels, as these beers do not undergo prolonged aging. The Contemporary Gose may be fermented with pure beer yeast strains or yeast mixed with bacteria. Alternatively, they may be spontaneously fermented. So what does spontaneously fermented mean? In spontaneous fermentation, the brewer does not inoculate the hopped lambic wort with a yeast culture. Instead, the hopped wort is exposed to cool outside air, which results in spontaneous fermentation. So they just leave it outside. And this is a practice that was done in Germany, and they do it here. Allagash does it here. They have the cool ship. They just open the doors, and whatever's outside comes in, and the beer starts to ferment. But I mean, they know what they're doing, and it's just delicious, you know. And they infuse fruit in their beers as well. Really good. Avance. I always go back to Avance. It was a really fantastic beer I had from them. But yeah, natural fermentation, spontaneous fermentation. Also, low to medium lactic acid character is present in all examples. Expresses a sharp, refreshing sourness. So that's the whole thing about this beer. It gives us like this tart sourness, which is very good, and mix it with fruits. Cool. These beers may be brewed with malted barley, wheat, and oats, and unmalted barley, wheat, and oats. Contemporary examples may also contain other grains. And, malted barley, what's the malting process? It's basically taking barley and soaking it in water, and then it germinates. And what this does is it creates the starch, promotes the starch in the grain that gets converted into sugar. Right? During the mashing, when you soak this grain again in hot water, that's what brewers do. They call it mashing, and then it releases all these sugars, which get boiled down, and then the yeast attacks these sugars and creates alcohol and CO2, and everybody's happy, and that's how beer is made. But also that you can use unmalted barley, like flake barley is unmalted. And what it is it's dried barley. It's rolled into flat flakes. And what that does is it imparts a rich, grainy flavor in the beer, and it's used in many stouts. It also improves head formation and retention, and it gives a little body in stouts, and it's great for head retention. So malted or unmalted can be used. And as in traditional examples, a low-level salt, table salt, and coriander additions may or may not be present in the contemporary Gose. Attributes from the use of a wide variety of herbs, spices, flowers, fruits, and other ingredients are not found in traditional Leipzig-style Gose may be present and in harmony with overall flavor profile. So anything goes with your contemporary Gose. You know, herbs, fruit, everything. And that's kind of what makes, between the yeast and all those additions, that's what makes the beer. The Brettanomyces. And ABV on this is narrow range, 4.4% to 5.4%. Very specific. And what do you serve it in? What kind of glassware? Pilsner glass or Pokal. And this description is courtesy of beeradvocate.com. Typically, a Pilsner glass or Pokal is a tall, slender, and tapered 12-ounce glass, and shaped as like a trumpet at times, that captures the sparkling effervescence and colors of a Pils while maintaining its head, but also a Gose. A Pokal is a European Pilsner glass with a stem. And the benefits is showcases color, clarity, and carbonation, and promotes head retention. So that's what they suggest in terms of serving up your contemporary Gose. And what about winners? Examples of the style. GABF winners 2019. The gold medal went to Cruise to Nowhere. And that was from Town Brewing Company in Charlotte, North Carolina. The ABV on that was 4.8%. And notes, tart and refreshing, the Session Sour Ale, fermented with mango, guava, passion fruit, blood orange, and hibiscus for an explosion of tropical flavors. How about that? And they won the gold medal. So good job. And session ales are low ABV, so they consider the 4.8% a lower ABV. You can drink a couple of them, right? Silver medal also went to a Charlotte, North Carolina brewery. It was the Mimosa Gose, and that's from Pilot Brewing Company. I don't know, the water in Charlotte's good for Gose? I don't know. The ABV on this is 4.3%. And notes is it's a Gose infused with blood orange. And that's what makes your Mimosa Gose. And that's what I have for you today, and that's your contemporary Gose. So another style. We do these every week, so tune in on Wednesdays. We just pick another style next week and keep going down the list. Because there's just a load of beers out there, not just lagers and IPAs. There's just so many different types of beers out there, and people are experimenting, creating new categories. Anything goes with beer, and it's awesome. So that's what I have for you today. I wish you a great Wednesday, and we were going to talk to you again on Friday with a drama, craft beer news, on what's happening in craft beer today. Okay, we'll talk to you Friday. Take care.